everyone, welcome to another episode of Book Club Picks. Today I have four books that we've read in my afternoon book discussion in the past. So the first one is called The Mapmaker's Children. It's by Sarah McCoy. We recently read this one, I don't know, it's been a few months ago, so not very long. It jumps between a woman in the present day and then to the past. It's the true story of Sarah Brown, the daughter of abolitionist John Brown. So it jumps between a woman today that's living in a house that she visited, that Sarah Brown visited in the past. The house was a part of the Underground Railroad. So it kind of connects their two stories. And Sarah, we go through with her life to where her father, he's in prison because of the raid, John Brown's raid, and then to his death, and we kind of pick up from there with her connection to a family that is helping on the Underground Railroad, and she is not able to have children, and it connects her to the woman in the present day who isn't able to have children. So their stories are connected with that issue. The ladies, we seem to enjoy the true story of Sarah Brown better than the present day story. I personally would have liked to just read a book about Sarah Brown and her life, have it totally focused on her. The connection was kind of neat. We saw the house in two different time periods and the people that lived there. So we enjoyed it, but I think we would have enjoyed it more if it was just about Sarah Brown. But it's a really interesting story, a lot of historical points about Sarah Brown and her life, people that ran the Underground Railroad during that time. It was during the war, during the Civil War. So it was interesting to read on that point. So the next one is Angel Sister. It's by Anne Gabhart. It is a Christian fiction novel. We read this several years ago. It's set during the Depression in Kentucky. It's about a young girl that's trying to keep her family together during the Depression. Her father's an alcoholic. So her mother, is struggling in their marriage with that. So there's alcoholism, there's financial burdens, on the family because it is during the Depression. And they find this little girl that's been abandoned in the town by her family because they can't feed her. So this little girl, they take her in. She becomes part of the family. And it's just, there's a lot of secrets in the town, and there's a lot of secrets within her family. It was really good. It was a really good book. Very hopeful. We read a lot of books about the Depression. So, it's good to see different viewpoints from different books. Each one is going to bring up something different. So it was a really good read. I believe we all enjoyed this one very much. And there's a sequel to it that follows that Kate, the main narrator, when she's older. So we enjoyed this one. Very good read. The next one is called Whistling Past the Graveyard by Susan Randall. And we like this one too. It also has a little girl as a narrator. She's gone off to find her mother. It's set in 1963 in Mississippi. And this little girl, she wants to find her mother that's left for Nashville. She's left her family. She's left her there with her father, and he works a lot. And she's kind of stuck at home with a relative that she doesn't really kind of butts heads with. So not happy in her situation. So she thinks that if she can find her mother in Nashville, that she'll be a whole lot happier. So she sets out across Mississippi on her own to find her mother. And she encounters a woman named Eula. She's an African-American woman. And Eula, she has in her possession a baby, and we're not sure where the baby came from. We just know that Eula is running with the baby, trying to protect it, and we're not really sure why she's trying to protect it. So it confronts the racism and violence during that time in the South. And Eula and this little girl, her name's Starla, they kind of come together and help each other out. So it's really, it's a good story. I think we all enjoyed this one. So, and the last one, I loved it. It's called A Memory of Violets, and it's by Hazel Gaynor, and it says it's a novel of London's flower sellers, and it's about these little girls in Victorian London that I'm sure you probably read about in books, seen in movies. They sell the bunches of flowers, the violets, to earn money. So it's about two sisters, and this one jumps between two different time periods also. So it starts out in 1876, and then it jumps ahead to 1912. So it's two sisters. They go out and sell flowers with their mother on the street. The mother passes away, and it's about the older sister trying to, guide the younger sister. She's very small, very little, and they still have to try to go out and make money. The father, he's abusive, and so they have to make their own money so they can eat. And the little sister gets lost, and so at that point we kind of jump ahead to 1912, and it's about Tilly. She leaves her home to go and work for the training homes for watercress and flower girls. It's a true story, which I love because I never heard this part of history. It was in over in England, and these homes, they take in these orphaned girls, flower girls, girls that may have disabilities, and they give them homes, but they also give them work. And they make like the artificial flowers and beautiful things. And she's kind of one of the house mothers in one of these homes. So it kind of jumps between the two stories of Tilly and then Rosie. Because Rosie, I believe, no, I'm sorry, Flora. She was worked in one of these homes. She was taken in. So Tilly finds her diary. So it connects the two in really unexpected ways, and it's kind of a mystery. You don't know what happened to Rosie, the little sister. So you kind of follow that story back and forth a little bit. And then it's kind of about Tilly who finds her footing. She left a home life that wasn't so great. So it's just a really good story. And it kind of talks about how the disabled, they were just kind of cast aside, during that time. People didn't really have interest in helping them. And these homes, they gave these girls a purpose. So we really, during our discussion, I actually found some pictures online of the real girls and, things that they made. So it was really an interesting part of history that I'd never heard about. And I think all the other ladies really enjoyed hearing about it also. So this is a really, really great book. We really liked this one. So I definitely recommend it. So, okay. Well, that's all the books I have today. If you ever are interested in joining a book club, we're always taking members. Right now it's on hold, of course, due to COVID. But there was more information at the end of the video, tell you what times we meet, what day of the week. So we'd love to have you join us. Thanks for watching.